I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
That was flat wrong. Take a look.
I have seen no question of our credibility from our allies around the world. I've got the exact opposite thing is we're acting with dispatch. We're acting, committing to what we said we would do.
But
Armin Laschet, the likely successor to German Chancellor Merkel, said, This is the biggest debacle that NATO has seen since its foundation. And here is the chairman of the British.
Hold on.
What?
So are they trying to say that NATO's foundation was a debacle? Like
Yes.
it should not have founded it in the first place?
Yes.
I like that guy.
Yeah, but no, that's not what he meant.
Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee.
To see their commander-in-chief call into question the courage of men I fought with, to claim that they ran. It's shameful. Those who have never fought for the colors they fly should be careful about criticizing those who have.
Amen.
Yeah,
Mr.
right.
Secretary, does the president not know what's going on?
This is an incredibly emotional time.
Stop.
It's incredibly emotional.
No. I want to take this back.
What is up with Chris Wallace's face, by the way?
It's Chris Wallace.
I've never guess I've never
he's
looked at him
old.
directly in the face.
He's old.
His whole head is lopsided.
Yes, he's probably.
I've never noticed that.
But no, I want you to hear the question.
Okay.
And then the response.
Mr. Secretary, does the president not know what's going on?
This is an incredibly emotional time.
Did you hear
for
that? The disdain. I can't believe I'm having to answer a stupid question.
This is an incredibly emotional time.
For many of us, and including allies and partners who've been shoulder to shoulder with us in Afghanistan for 20 years.
Us.
Now,
Were you
once
over,
again- hold
Mr.
on.
Blinken? I have to ask, and I don't know.
Hey, Blinken.
Have you been to Afghanistan? And I'm not
No.
even talking about on a
No.
social trip.
No,
I'm
he
not
hasn't,
talking
no.
about as far as, as
The answer's still no.
power of office. Have you ever been there? Have
No.
you fought with these guys? Have you
No.
stood on the ground?
No.
Huh. So don't say us.
At high cost to themselves as well as to us. They stood with us after 9/11, invoked Article 5 of NATO for the first time. An attack on one is an attack on all. And we've been there together. But I've got to tell you this, Chris.
We're happy together.
Attack on one is attack on all, but we're going to get the hell out as quick as we can and screw the rest of y'all.
Yeah, we're getting out of
That's
Dodge,
exactly
is
what
You
happened.
just said.
From the get-go, I've spent more time with our NATO partners in Brussels virtually before the president made his decision, to when he made his decision, to every time since. We've been working very, very closely together. We've gotten the G7 together, NATO together, the UN Security Council together. We had 113 countries thanks to our diplomacy.
I'm sorry. I don't believe a word he's saying. I think the only thing he worked with the president on closely might have been like the
His wardrobe.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of like the welcoming cards or whatever. Here, Mr. President, sign your name to this. We're welcoming over the ambassador of Spain.
Now, all of that response
Yeah, to the question.
to this question.
Mr. Secretary, does the president not know what's going on?
Yeah. Well, of course they're not going to admit anything.
No.
What?
Mr. President, or Mr. Secretary, does the president not know what's going on?
Oh, we've worked together side by side for everything.
It's a very emotional time.
time.
No.
Everybody's
Does he
working.
not know what's going on?
And the bad part is I know Chris Wallace didn't ask that and be like, that's not what I said. What I said
That is
was-
exactly like, yeah, he's just staring at it like whatever. But that's exactly what's going on here. Like, Mr. Secretary,
you jackass.
answer my damn question.
Right? Pardon me, sir.
Honestly, if I was in the same seat as Chris Wallace and I asked,
I'd have
that
cut him
question,
off a long time ago.
when he first said it's been a heavily emotional, sir, that's not what I asked you.
No, I'm not talking about the time. I'm asking
I'm
you a
not
simple
talking about how
question.
emotional it is. We all understand that. I want to know, matter of fact, does President Joe Biden know what the hell is going on, sir.
And yet he is a very typical politician who will not actually say, no, yes, he knows exactly what's going on because none of his actions actually, back that statement up. But he also can't say no.
Because he knows that if he says no, he's going to be in the shithouse.
Exactly. It's like, I can't get in trouble for this, but I can't, throw him under the bus because I don't need him coming after me. Mm-hmm. What a jackass, man.
It just goes on and on and on like this. Like, this is the stuff that happened over the weekend.
Yay.
This is the crap that all filled everybody, all the social news, all the major news, everything that's going on was all this. It was Abe Lincoln and what was going on in Afghanistan, and you're all going to die from COVID, and all the
stuff and things and things and stuff. And it's just so dumb.
It was the entire news cycle.
Does the president know what's going on?
Afghanistan and COVID. There's nothing else in the world right now.
Yeah, except for there is a whole bunch going on, and people don't want to pay attention to that. Nobody wants to look at that. Nobody wants to actually, dig deep and go, well, what's really going on? Because that's what they like to do. Right. Here's a couple things you look at here. Let's distract you over here. But on this side, sleight of hand.
Magic.
Watch what I'm doing here, but don't pay attention to going on over there.
Because over there is, you don't need to see that.
Yeah, you don't need to know about that stuff. It's beneath you. It's not part of your get up. It's not part of
your everyday.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about nothing. Shush. Shh. Just shush. Just shush. Big Bull Snark Jackal over on Twitter. Does the president not know what's going on? If the answer isn't immediately yes, but rather a bunch of bullovating, then the answer is no, he doesn't.
Duh.
Yeah, that's it. You get that for that works for anybody.
Everybody.
If you ask somebody a direct question and they decide to,
stammer,
go off on this,
tangent,
third edition of War and Peace diatribe, then guess what? It's a no. It's usually how it goes.
Man, that is a wonderful question, a beautiful question. I've got to tell you, thank you so much for asking that question. I just want to first thank the constituents out there.
Exactly. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to stand
This isn't an
today.
award ceremony, guy. Just answer the question, okay?
That's what he's hoping for. He's hoping to ride it out for 2 minutes before he sees the whole wrap it up sign flashing so he can get carted away.
Cut it off.
It's time to go, dude. Time to go. So dumb. It's so dumb. Yes.
Why?
White Miss Sparm over on Twitter at DOA Show. Did someone say Blinken?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Blinken.
Love that movie. Such a good movie. It makes me happy. I haven't just anyway. So hi. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. This is Defenders Live.
It is.
DOAEshow.com.
I know. Isn't it great? It's Monday.
It is Monday.
A lot of places have started back on mask mandates and
Yeah. Specifically here in North Carolina, there's no state mandate.
No,
because state mandate. But what he's done is he said, "Hey, all of you local, you guys down there in the county level, you go ahead and do it."
Yeah, he did.
That's what he's done.
I want to see something.
What do you want to think?
I'm curious.
What are you curious about? See, I'm not wearing a mask. I haven't worn a mask since the mask mandates for quite a while.
Try to type it. I can't do it right.
And the current job doesn't press the fact that there's a current mask mandate, and I'm happy about that.
I'm curious.
What?
When is he up for re-election?
No, that's a great time. He's technically, this is his second term, so
I know it is.
He can't go again.
Oh, that's right.
North Carolina has a statute of limitations on that.
That's one of the few good things going on with North Carolina. Okay.
So he can only be in there for 2 terms, and so.
But that's what I'm wondering is is he getting ready to go out the door?
Yeah, he is.
Is it this election or is it?
It's not this election.
It's 2024, isn't it?
No, like 22 or something like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. The one, not the one coming up, the one after.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to go. That's why he's trying to be quiet.
Yeah, because he doesn't care.
Yeah, because he's not trying to rock the boat for his own people.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
Rock the boat.
Don't kick the boat over.
He's doing a good job of his own. No.
Yeah, he's pretty.
But yeah, so just saying, the weather was hot and wonderful and typical, and then they do the whole slip the whole thing, and the only reason why is the weather's been like this is Climate change. Of course, it's climate change.
Climate change.
Because kids are
climate
going back to school.
Climate change COVID.
Climate change. It's supposed to, we're supposed to be going back to getting ready for winter. And fall's coming up, but because...
But it's still the hottest part of the
it's
summer.
still hotter part, it's still hot outside. I don't understand. Kids go back to school. It's not supposed to be, warm outside, which is... I don't know about any of the rest of y'all. We're here in the South. I've been here pretty much.
It doesn't get cold here.
I've been in this
until,
area almost my entire life.
It doesn't get cold until January here.
Yeah, I was going to say the fall doesn't arrive until maybe a week before Halloween.
Christmas? No.
Well, no. I'm
It's
saying
like Christmas
When
now.
I mean like it start getting cold.
Oh, yeah. At
The
least
humidity
Halloween.
is through the roof.
You'll be really happy if, like, I was, as a kid, I was really happy if it was actually cold on Halloween.
Yeah.
Because at that point I was like, oh good,
Or
I'm
at
not
least
going to die
chilly.
sweating
Yeah.
to death.
Because that
in
would
this
be the bad
costume.
part is you run into the risk of not just the heat, but the humidity.
Yeah.
So even
In
if
the
it cools
fall.
down, the sun's
fall's
down,
humidity,
but it's still
hot.
78 degrees with 80% humidity.
And then you put a giant rubber mask on your face. And
Uh-huh.
you're like, oh God, I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. You pull it off the next morning. You're in school, and you're like, "Oh wow, I've got this
Giant
rash
mark.
around
Yeah,
my
yeah.
face
Yeah,
because of
from
the
all the
heat,
sweat.
and junk and stuff." Yeah, no, I loved it. I loved hearing that. How it's all COVID's going to kill us. Climate change is apparently going to kill us. It's I'm getting to a point to where I'm just kind of ready to die now. I'm like, oh, if it's really all this, then fine.
If this is what we're doing for the rest of our lives, aerate.
Yeah, then whatever. It's so stupid.
So the Washington Times, in Washington over Wall Street Journal over there, got the Wall Street Journal, says the U.S. warned that Islamic State poses a threat to the Americans in Afghanistan as Biden administration seeks to evacuate thousands of U.S. citizens and Afghan allies.
I can't believe that.
Right?
I can't.
ISIS?
I thought we pulling out of there was going to fix that.
No, I thought ISIS was dead.
I thought that, well, I hadn't got there yet. I thought us pulling out of there was supposed to fix everything there. It was supposed to be a
Everything
good
was
thing.
supposed to be hunky-dory.
It's supposed to be
back
a
again.
good thing. And then
Tag team back again.
Yeah, but then you brought up the next leg of that question, which was I thought ISIS was gone entirely. They should not exist. We did it. We won. Huzzah!
Yeah, no, we didn't do that. Quote, the threat is real.
Every threat is real. At this point...
It is acute.
No, it's not cute.
How cute is it?
It's not that cute.
Is it really cute? I mean,
don't
like,
know
how cute is it?
I don't know if cute is the right word I
Because
would have
usually
used.
when we're talking about ISIS, it's not cute and usually hidden behind a mask, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, I've never thought of anything that ISIS did or looks or has as very cute at all. They keep using that word, and I don't think it means what they think it means.
Maybe we're misunderstanding the word.
Maybe, I don't
it's
know.
just one of anyway. And
possible.
It is something that we're focused on with every tool in our arsenal. That came from Jake Sullivan, President Joe Biden's national security advisor, that he told CNN on Sunday when asked whether the crowds at the Kabul International Airport are vulnerable to terrorist attack.
Yes, they are, because we have
answer's-
no protection there.
1, the answer's yes. 2, the answer's we can't do anything about it. 3, find another way.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's always been.
That's it.
Going, Oblivion flickering real fast over on Twitter. Can the president locate Afghanistan on his desk globe?
No.
The president recognizes the importance of geography to prevent global warming and abuse of electronic cigarettes by the children.
So the answer's no.
So the answer is no, exactly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Sweatimus Prime helps to reiterate the North Carolina weather we have here. North Carolina, where we have 16 seasons, can routinely have spring, summer, fall, winter in a week before Christmas.
That's very
I know
true.
there was
very
I don't
true.
know if it was last year.
Yeah.
Might have been the year before. I know. And then back in 2009, it was in the 70s during Christmas. On
Yeah, but
Christmas Day.
We also had a July where in the span of 3 days,
Yeah.
it went from 95 to 20
Yeah.
and snowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
it's called weather. Again, it happens. It's weird. Anyway, continuing
Anywho.
on to the
Yeah.
liar who
that
lies.
lies. Yeah, a lot. Pants on
lot.
fire. President Joe Biden, speaking from the White House, said, quote, We know the terrorists may seek to exploit the situation.
And we don't give a damn.
Target
Oh, sorry.
innocent Afghans and American troops.
No, because the troops are gone, I thought, Mr. President.
We maintaining constant vigilance to monitor and disrupt the threats from any source.
I thought the troops were out of there.
No, they had to send them back, remember?
Yeah, I got that, but they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, no. They sent them back and they have them stuck in the airport.
So the troops are in the airport.
The troops are in the airport.
Looking at gear that used to be theirs.
being pointed at them.
Isn't that fantastic?
Isn't that great? Nice. Not only that.
That pissed me off.
So I don't think I have it on this one. I don't think we got. Not only that, but they've decided to commission commercial airlines and reroute them from their like main destinations to come to the outskirts of Afghanistan to pick up more people.
So, just so I'm clear, commissioning would imply that means the government is paying.
Oh, no, this is
Them.
actually an emergency situation. It's something that the government had set in place. So it's, yes, they're probably paying for it, but it's something that's set in place by law.
No, and I got that, but I'm saying this is extra. I mean, regardless how you
Extra
slice it,
money, yes.
They're paying extra money.
Yes, to go send commercial airlines that are the jumbo jets, mind you.
Oh, I know, the 767s and all
the
that. yeah.
hugest ones that you can get to
I
fit
know.
as many passengers as possible. COVID restrictions be damned. Not to Kabul,
But to the edge of the
but
country.
to other areas of Afghanistan to go pick up the people. They're saying don't go to the airport anymore.
Even though they've spent the past week, oh, go to the airport. You'll get you out of there one way or another.
Yeah, now they're saying don't do that. Go to every other airport and get picked up by
someone else besides
by
us.
commercial planes that are being pushed over there. Yeah, that's a good idea. They contracted Hawaiian Airlines.
Hawaiian Airlines.
Yeah, you know the ones that normally traffic between like California and Hawaii.
The ones who are, was it 3,000 to 6,000 miles away from American mainland?
Yeah, those ones on the West Coast. Yeah,
So they've commissioned them to fly from
there.
Hawaii.
Yeah, go. Do,
The other direction.
keep going. Yeah, keep going west.
They go the other direction
Keep going west,
until they get to Afghanistan.
and make sure don't fly over China.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been. At this point, he could have just like left everybody there and then dropped the bomb on everybody and killed all the innocent people. And at this point, it would still be less of a cluster.
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you. Like I bet his numbers, his ratings, all of his stuff would be the exact same. And it'd be a hell of a lot easier and cheaper. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Islamic State is among several terrorist groups.
Oh, good. Several. This is not just the
Several
only one.
present in Afghanistan currently, each with a different relationship with the Taliban. The Taliban has harbored Al Qaeda, before the group's
No. Obama got rid of that.
Yeah, no. They harbored them, and they still do. And reports surfaced that the Taliban have freed Al Qaeda fighters from prison as they've gained control of the country this month. ISIS and the Taliban have been, they've kind of fought a little bit.
Yeah,
back and forth.
At this point, they're like, let's get along now.
They're still at arms with each other, but the bigger enemy, right?
Yeah,
the enemy of my enemy
is my friend.
But at the same point in time, the Taliban did take note to go ahead when they got to Kabul to execute the former head of the ISIS.
Oh, well,
just to make sure.
Yes.
We're both terrorists, but
we're the bigger terrorists.
I don't like you, and we're the ones freeing everybody. So,
in your face,
dead. Actually, literally. That's
literally.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, assisting the U.S. evacuations effort. Roughly 24 countries have agreed to take in Afghan evacuees.
Oh, good. 24 countries, not America.
Yeah. While they're processed, the Biden administration has also ordered commercial airlines to help evacuate Afghans and from Europe and the Middle East.
Wow. I really don't have anything to say. I don't know what to say. This is...
U.S. officials said that they were committed to evacuating every American who wants to leave the country.
They were committed.
They were committed.
And then they said to hell with it. We don't want to deal with
They
it.
were committed.
Yeah. Before the last plane took off, they were like, oh no, we're coming back. And they got up in the air and they're like, screw this crap. We're not coming back.
Right. The Biden administration hasn't publicly provided precise numbers of Americans who actually remain in Afghanistan.
Of course not, because when they realized that, because even the estimated number is in the several thousands.
Yeah, it's one of those situations to where the Biden administration has said, we've gotten 33,000 people out of there now. Yeah, but they're not all Americans, are they?
Here's the funny, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but they're hiding and befuddling of these numbers of the people left in Afghanistan is very similar to the befuddling of the numbers of the illegal immigrants crossing the border.
It's also
very similar.
Very similar to the befuddling of the numbers of people actually dying from
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah, I was going to say that one too.
And also befuddling of the numbers of people that voted.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that
there's a lot of befuddling.
That, and I don't think the U.S. government at any level has any actual understanding or, concept of
counting,
math.
Basic
math counting. Yeah, you mentioned it earlier.
Accounting, just a little bit.
Just a tad.
Not accountability.
No.
Accounting.
Accounting. Can you add this to this number, sir?
There's a lot of... Here's a column. Here's a column here. Column A, column B. Can you add column A to column B?
Very simple. Can you, what is 1 + 1, sir?
5. No. No.
Well, it looks like a 5 if you turn it upside down. Oh.
It's 11, isn't it? No.
No, you moron.
No, it's not.
I don't.
It's not.
I'm beyond ashamed at this point. And like I said, I have no idea. I have nothing that it could say aside from completely blowing my top and going off on a very expletive-driven tirade. I can't really say anything because
Speaking of that,
an expletive-driven diatribe.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of befuddled as well.
Okay.
I sometimes listen to the genius that is the Jewish man. That's from the Daily Wire. The genius Jewish kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who likes that violin.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's good to have a hobby. You got to have something to take your mind off the BS.
He's good at it. Anyway, he almost said the F word today.
Hold on. So last week he said BS.
And damn.
Well, I've heard him say damn before.
No, but like actually forcefully meaning it.
Oh, like out of frustration, like damn.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't heard him do that, but like I've heard him at least say damn. To actually say the words BS.
He was so close.
I love it. I love it.
And then he just literally at the end of it, he was like, "It is so hard to go through this news cycle without saying the F word right now." I was like,
"Sir, we completely understand. We really understand." Because I mean, again, and it's one of those things. Now, granted, he's on terrestrial too, so he has a little bit more of a reason.
Yeah,
not to. We don't necessarily have reason to, except for we're trying to
be nice.
We're trying to maintain a level of
not.
Yeah.
That's it. Just family friendliness-ish.
Trying to be something. We want to be more educational in commentary than cursing and slandering and stuff like, InfoWars or whatever.
Defenders and educational, not so much. But anyway.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's hard to do, man. It's hard not to just, in some moments,
I'm just saying, I completely understand.
Just a line of F-ity FFFs.
Yep.
It's hard,
It's
man.
hard not to. I mean it. Like that's exactly what he did.
I can
and it
imagine.
was I was laughing
I can imagine.
because he was so angry, and he's talking about this. This is what he's talking about.
No, I can
Afghanistan.
imagine.
Just Afghanistan, and he was so pissed.
I wish we could sit
I
down
need-
for 20
we
minutes and
need to
talk
get,
to
like,
him.
I'd love to get him on the show or something.
Something, just have some conversation with him because
one, he's super smart, and everything he says is.
I'd feel like a real idiot talking to him.
Oh yeah, well that's the point, I think.
Yeah. But not as Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. Escape from Afghanistan on Spirit Airlines. We suck, but when you fall from one of our planes, we at least send someone to scrape you up.
Nice.
I was thinking either that or what about them like a Malaysian air? Oh, is that too soon?
Yes, just a little
Too soon.
A little bit too soon.
Sorry.
Oh, OnlyFans, but just at DOA Show doing 30-minute shows saying everything that they can't say on the radio.
Just the day to release everything. The Spanish Inquisition.
No one expects.
The Spanish Inquisition. I love it.
Oh gosh, yeah. That's and we've just got more frustration. That's all we have. The entire show is just frustration, guys.
That's the joy of Mondays.
Yeah, in this news cycle, that's the joy of Mondays.
Yeah, because everything is crap.
Oh, speaking of, I got this one for tomorrow.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet you there's a lot of other stuff you can find.
This is Defenders Live.
Big Farm Steve over on Twitter. Did they make sure to get Johnny Chimpo out of Afghanistan?
Good question. No idea.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that on the no.
Probably not.
Gonna guess on the no there.
Sweatimus Prime also on Twitter. OnlyFans, but just at DOA Show doing a quick 30-minute show saying everything they can't say on the radio.
I agree.
It actually, I don't know.
I agree.
I mean, we could, but after like the third or fourth one, it's like, really?
It's just us cussing at that point.
Yeah, it is. Whole thing. And it's just like, no, I'm not happy with it now.
Yeah.
Oblivion flickering over Twitter. Escape from Afghanistan on Spirit Airlines. We suck. But when you fall from one of our planes, we at least send someone to scrape you up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good.
Well, yeah, they've got the spirit.
Jazz hands. Yeah, Sweatimus Prime makes a good point over there, too, at DOA Show. I wonder if the 30,000 rescued is anything like the 300,000 trained.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because the people that were trained, they were only there for the money, and the people that are getting rescued aren't getting paid.
Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter. Oops, I didn't realize that at DOA Show had started. There's a guy on YouTube who reads entitled people's subreddits, and that has become a rabbit hole I've had a hard time climbing out of.
Yeah.
Well,
I know that guy.
I do too. Part of that problem is apparently you don't have the bell turned on.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
You need to go ahead and not just subscribe, but you got to hit the bell.
Hit the bell so that way whenever we come on, which you credit is every day at the same time. But that way, in case you're,
down a rabbit hole
somewhere, you can go, oh, they're there. And we can quickly, extricate you from that situation.
Ding, fries are done,
Pretty much.
Got to get in there.
Pretty much.
Oh, gosh, so much frustration.
Isn't it great?
There is one good thing, though.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, just
We
one.
have something to look forward to.
Something, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ray of silver lining.
Ray of sunshine here. I'm walking on sunshine.
Whoa.
Yes.
And don't it feel good?
It depends.
I don't know how walking on the sun would be good.
Not good for me.
No,
that's melting.
Yeah.
I would literally melt.
Probably go through a lot of sneakers.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
All right.
So good news. We have good news.
And feet.
And the rest of you.
Yeah.
I mean, how many bodies does one have to go through?
I know, right? Just a
10-mile walk.
I know. It's terrible. 20 feet. After a strict process, the FDA has reaffirmed its findings that the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine is not only safe and effective, but it is now fully and finally approved.
Great. Well, guess what that means? Yeah, you can stop that now. You know what that means.
What?
Now it's going to be an actual
Mandate. At least for the Pfizer vaccine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. They're going to turn around and they're going to make that sucker to where everyone has to have it as a mandate, period. It is not going to go well moving forward.
Yeah, this is from the New York Times saying, and I quote, "So, let me say this loudly and clearly.
Oh, good.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who said they will not get the shot when it's or until it's fully and finally approved by the FDA, it has now happened. The moment you've been waiting for is here. It's time for you to get your vaccine. Get it today. Today. It's an important moment in a fight against the pandemic. Remember when we're trying to get
What?
70% of the people over 18 at least one shot? Well,
no, I know.
We've not only gotten that done, we've gotten 71% of everyone ages 12 and older their first shot, and that's over 200 million Americans. And over 170 million of them are now fully vaccinated. Third, states that have been lagging are seeing their vaccination rates grow faster.
Okay.
In fact, in Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, more people, they don't even... I'm reading it like this because it's terribly written.
Yeah, it is.
It is terribly written.
You could have fit. Yeah, we're already almost to the end, and now we have to wait because now you're prolonging the inevitable. You're delaying the end, and please finish this thing before I slit my wrist with a rusty butter knife.
More people got new vaccinations in the past month than in prior 2 months combined.
Okay.
The progress we're making on vaccinations is now going to produce results in the weeks ahead.
Yep. Right. No, what's coming ahead is a federal mandate.
A true mandate, not emergency clause.
Yeah, and not this whole, like the masks thing and everything else. No. It's coming.
It's now going to be the point to where they're going to say, well, now the FDA has approved it, and so now you have to get it or else.
Yep. And guess what? I'm going to or else.
I'm going to or else.
I can't believe... Again, to bear in mind, folks, the only reason why they were able to get any bit of approval in the first place was because they have been doing live testing
for the past year and a half.
Year and a half, yeah.
Yeah. To see what effects it has.
Congratulations.
You guys are the reason.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Everybody out there is the reason for the season.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. Like, if you feel that it was a good idea and everything else, that's
Great,
cool.
that's
I'm not
fine.
going to belittle you. I'm not going to poo-poo you. You do what you feel is best for you.
Just understand that you were part of a trial.
Yeah, I can't do it.
A live trial for a vaccine that doesn't work.
Like I said, they want these mandates. They want all this stuff done. They want to have all this proof of stuff. You have to carry your vaccine card around. Well, again, I want to start seeing, vaccines or vaccine cards for, have you been vaccinated against hepatitis A and B? Have you been, what about AIDS and HIV and
all the rest of it?
All these other little things.
Okay, so here's the problem that I have with this. Mm-hmm. In California, where you have to have the card saying that you've been vaccinated and all the rest of it, yada, yada, yada. You can literally have sex with somebody as a person with AIDS and not tell them.
Yep. But you can't go into a restaurant.
And it's legally okay. But you can't go into a restaurant without a mask on your face
And a card in your pocket.
and a card in your pocket that says that you have the COVID shot.
Again,
You can literally kill somebody with a disease
that is actually way more deadly.
and
A lot more deadly.
way more deadly and way more infectious
Yeah,
given the transmissions.
that's true. But what do I have to worry about? As long as I'm not taking it up the butt, I'm fine. Right? Isn't that how it works?
No, that's
it's
not.
not?
No, some of them do multiples.
You mean that's...
So as long as you're not fooling around, you might be all right.
Oh.
If you're not fooling around, you should be all right. But if you are fooling around with multiple partners and, in the state of California.
It's just incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah. That is messed up, isn't it?
I'm telling you, the mandate is coming. A lot of people are... I mean, there's not a lot of people working right now anyway, but I'm telling you, now that it is in place, I bet you money, I'm going to put anything on it at this point. You're going to have the mandate come down. Anybody who's on any bit of government assistance, even all the way down to unemployment, is going to now become an issue. If you want to maintain your unemployment status, if you want to maintain your EBT, if you want to maintain all this other stuff, you are going to have to get vaccinated. Congratulations. Isn't it great? Aren't you? See, silver lining. Happy day.
Yeah.
Happy days
Happy
are
day.
here again. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy
That's where we're
day.
at. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
TechRoo 2024. Over on Twitter, I have been informed with the supporting documentation that I have yet to verify that the Pfizer quote-unquote vaccine is not actually FDA approved, but merely put on an indefinite emergency use approval. I will be verifying this on Wednesday, which is my Saturday. He keeps trying to confuse me with his days off.
Well, he has the old time days off that we had.
I know, and I understand what he's talking about, but it's still, anybody who
Stop
reads
it.
that is making it confusing and
Yeah. We understand you're off on Wednesday.
rubbing it in my face. And
Thank
it makes
you.
me angry.
That's
Stop it.
great. Yeah. It's nice. It's very nice. We understand.
But no, if you find that out, like obviously,
Let us know,
since
because-
I haven't looked into any of this stuff. I don't have.
I mean, we're just going off of what every other news story is plugging out there.
well, and of course they're going to spin it that way. That's been approved. It's been approved. Well, an indefinite emergency use approval is not the
doesn't
same thing
mean
as
that, yeah.
approved.
Yeah, that's not the same. And so if that's the case, let us know because we'd love to know.
Yeah, because we will bring it out to everyone
Yeah,
for
we
the
will
shores.
make sure to put that into words and on a story here because that's
I don't get why. Oh, get this vaccine that literally doesn't do anything for you.
it does shit.
It doesn't do anything. You can still get sick from it, or not just from the
From the
vaccine, which
vaccine.
you can get sick from the vaccine.
From the
But you-
vaccine and from the
and from the virus. You can still, even if you are asymptomatic, you can still transmit it to other people. You still be contagious. You still have to wear a mask. All of these things are there. At this point, like, why doesn't the entire country of America just walk out and into traffic or something? Why don't we just all end our lives and be done with it? Because at this point, you're taking everything away. You're immobilizing people for the sake of
Politics.
We don't want people to contract a virus.
It's
Is
not
it
even
killing
that.
people?
No,
Pull the numbers back up again real fast.
It's
'Cause
not even
how
that.
many people have died since Friday?
All right.
Does our thing have
all
it on there? Can
Yeah,
we
we
look at
got
that?
so we can go all the way to the 21st.
Okay, 21st.
21st.
That was 2
'Cause
days ago.
They do it once a week. We can do the 21st. Right now, here's the cases caught. And by the way, if you look on the thing, you can see that it's dramatically down
Facebook
from last
and
week. Here,
YouTube's and everywhere else.
this week, this past week, so the 14th,
Yeah,
it had a spike,
a little bit.
and now it's going down again, dramatically.
Yeah.
Gone down again. Now let's go to death. We'll go to death by age.
That was just people who contracted it.
That's the cases. All right, and 0.
Almost across the board.
Almost completely 0
A few loose ones here and there,
per every 100,000.
but nothing.
Actually, no, it's per every million. 1 death per every million in 75-year-olds or older.
Wow.
1 death per million.
That's insane.
One death.
So we're restricting our breathing through masks. They want us to get this vaccine that we've all have seen and heard stories of issues where people have become sick on it. I'm in talks with a guy right now that I've run across who's been hospitalized in severe issues with having gotten the vaccine. I'm trying to see when I can get him on to come tell his story.
Yeah.
Like they're constantly out there. All of these things are out there, but they want to still push this. They want to make this happen. Why? It can't be something as simple as they're trying to just control people, because it's still too early. There's still too many people like myself and like Steven and like most of y'all listening, anybody else who at least has a logical thought in their brain to go, this doesn't work.
That's why they're burying the world in debt.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, because they know that they're not going to be able to control every single person. But if they create a government that's so crippled by debt that it can't do anything else other than become a totalitarian state,
no, it makes sense,
and control everybody's single whim, because everybody's going to complain about things and the market's going to crash and all the other yada 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 blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
If you create enough chaos, chaos is the line. If you create enough chaos, they will then be able to come in and swoop out like the white knights that they want to be.
Yeah.
Racists.
Right. Jackwagon.
And save the day with their totalitarian rule, and then crush everybody's spirits, hopes, and lives.
You know, isn't that great?
Isn't it, though?
Hold on. I'm trying to look up something.
What are you...
Oblivion Flickering over on Twitter. Well, if the FDA says the shot is okay, wait, is this the same FDA who allowed Dr. Fauci to round up the funding to build a lab in China that did dangerous research on a badly run lab? That FDA?
Yeah, that one.
That very same one?
Very same one, yeah.
Yeah.
The same FDA that, gives you all these different medications and says it's just perfectly fine, and then turns around and like, oh no, that was terribly and bad for you.
That's it.
What are you looking for?
I seen something and I wanted to look at it. There was an app or not.
Thalidomide?
Yes.
What about it?
That was cleared by the FDA too.
Thalidomide. Mm-hmm. What is thalidomide?
Well, I pulled that up. So the reason I meant to do the research on this before, and I am sorry I did not. There was a meme that I'd seen passed around that said that, the FDA approved formaldehyde too. And the picture it shows is a kid, and I mean this with no disrespect to the poor child, but basically with flippers, no arms, no legs, the real shorts. I'm trying to scroll down through that. See if I can find it. But that's what it was. Now, I don't know how true that is. I hadn't had a chance to look at it. But in talking about it and seeing when he mentioned, that particular FDA that had cleared that, I know, last minute, the antithesis of, or the epitome of professionalism that we are. I was trying to look now, and
it's not working.
It's not working.
Stop trying to search for it.
I am so badly prepared.
You're not going to be able to find it. You should have saved the picture as it went.
Well, it kind of an in and out passing thing, and I'm still going to scroll. I don't care. So what else am I going to do?
I don't know. Talk about the stories.
Well, I am, but that's what I'm saying. It's funny. There's a whole lot, and I'm sure that, like I said, I haven't been able to verify for that, but there's a whole bunch of other medications and drugs out there that they have turned around and approved. And said, "Oh yeah, no, this is safe. This is fine. This is okay." Well, if you pay attention to pretty much any drug,
right?
You're like, wait a second. The anal leakage and all of this other stuff, artificial insemination, all of this crap that you can get from stuff just because you have, restless leg syndrome or whatever.
All those side effects that happen.
And that's
perfectly fine.
That's perfectly fine. I think
I take a drug. It's like, I take a drug for IBS. What is it? What are the side effects? IBS.
Yeah. And they always end it at the end. At the end, there is always one of them that ends with, and death. and death. It's always
Consult your doctor if you
it
have
always
these problems.
it always is consult your doctor. Do this that. Which, by the way, I don't know what consulting your doctor is going to do for you.
Because your doctor's the one that prescribed it.
Right? I don't understand. It doesn't.
Doc!
It doesn't make sense at all. I mean, I get trying to alleviate pain. I get trying to find some kind of an escape, an oasis, whatever you want to call it, from that kind of a lasting pain. I don't know. I've praise God, knock on wood, I have not ever had to deal with agonizing, debilitating pain that goes on and on and on. But
again
I know,
and again and again and again.
Yeah. Now I know some people have.
Yeah.
And I don't try to.
It
speak
seems
out.
to suck.
It does. Yes. From what I can tell,
It seems to suck.
it's a bitch.
It sucks.
We can put that as mildly as humanly possible. It is not fun.
No.
But at the same time, me and my brain, and again, I don't know what it's like. So I'm talking merely
You're
as
talking
a guy
as
from
a
the outside.
person who's quote unquote healthy.
Yeah, I am, literally on the outside looking in. Some of the side effects of most of this stuff is not worth getting over said pain or said issue. Now, again, I've never had it, so I don't know what having it for, do you know what it's like to have a migraine for 6.5 years? No, I truly don't.
No.
I don't. But hey, I'm thinking it's probably not worth dying for.
Yeah, probably not.
You know what I mean? That's just
Kathy.
Call me crazy.
Crazy. Kathy over there on the Facebook. There you go again. More facts.
Sorry. I know. We try. I'm not very good at it, and I stammer and stutter a lot, but I try.
It's mainly because we're trying to remember them.
I know.
That's the biggest issue.
It's really hard.
Trying to remember all the facts and all the different things. Because I don't have any of that stuff at hand all the time, 24/7. I don't have a repository where I keep all the other articles and things that we've read over the past 200 years.
You don't have a suppository?
Repository.
Oh, I thought you said suppository.
No. We keep those.
I was gonna say,
we keep those in the closet.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
just in case.
Those are nice ones too. Those
Yeah,
suckers are. It's like trying to stick a brick up your tail.
Right. Yeah, it's the big ones.
Oh,
You got to make sure.
they're not comfortable.
No.
Every time I think about it, I keep thinking of Futurama. Good news, suppository. That's where I'm at.
No,
I've never been able to swallow that. Anyway,
that's not good news.
it's not good news. Well, it is for the guy who's not having to take it. Let's put it that way.
That's very true. Very true.
that way.
Good news.
Good news. That's one of my favorites. I stick that junk everywhere.
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Good news. Vice President Kamala Harris, Camel Toe herself, sought to reassure the U.S. allies in Asia.
Wait a minute. She sucked? What?
She sought.
Oh.
Close.
I was going to say, no.
She went to comfort our allies in Asia.
I'm sure she did.
She was begging. And anyway.
Was she begging or were they begging?
It depends on what you... Yeah. Anyway, service with a smile. Over its commitment to the region.
Yeah.
And she faced a volley of questions.
A volley, you say?
Of questions.
Of questions.
Of questions.
Like what?
On Afghanistan during her trip to Singapore.
Yeah, I've got another article from Red State.
Singapore.
Yeah, I've been to Singapore.
Yeah.
I like Singapore.
Sounds pretty good.
There was
why were you in Singapore?
well, we pulled in. It was part of our station.
Not
We
you,
had to-
her.
Sorry.
Her.
Because you just said it. She was appeasing,
Servicing Singapore. The Asians.
I've been to the red light district down there.
She was servicing the Asians.
She by far
And
is
the
the
Singapores.
ugliest person there.
That is very
guarantee
even
it.
the boys.
Yes. Yes.
During a press briefing on Monday, Camel Toe pointed to a series of agreements reached reached with Singapore on cybersecurity, climate, and public health as evidence that the U.S. is committed to honoring agreements with long-standing security partners in the region.
She can't.
She also mentioned that the U.S. was focused on successfully completing the evacuation in Afghanistan, where the Taliban have effectively taken control of, following 20 years of us there.
Going in and fixing everything or attempting to. We're going to train you guys. We're going to do this the right way. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the other. Nope. All for nothing.
Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong offered to help the U.S. with the evacuation efforts.
Don't worry, we got it. We're fine. Thank you, sir.
He's very long in the face. Today...
Not as bad as some, but...
That's true. That's right. Quote, today, we're in Singapore to stress and reaffirm our enduring relationships.
Our enduring...
to this country.
Relationships.
And in this region. And to reinforce a shared vision of free and open Indo-Pacific region, and to reaffirm our mutual interest in peace and stability in the Southeast Asias.
Because that's important.
That's right. The U.S. has faced criticism even from its allies for the chaos in Afghanistan as it withdraws troops from the country. President Joe Biden has stood up by his decision. He's just standing there.
That's all he can do.
Actually, he's not stood there. He's taken vacation the day that it happened. And he stayed on vacation until somebody hounded him to actually give a presser. And the moment that he gave a presser, he gave it and then walked away. Back to vacation.
I got something else to do. I forgot my keys. I'll be right back.
I'm going back to Camp David. I'm not sorry.
I don't want to be here. It's not fun.
The chaos in Afghanistan has literally been the president's fault. The current president's fault.
Sorry, I have to go to work. I got to go back.
And by the current president, I mean Joe Biden's fault. And the reason why you can place the blame on Joe Biden and nobody else is because it doesn't matter the fact that he literally can't decide how to tie his shoes or which applesauce to eat.
Well, hold on. The man has never had to worry about tying shoes. The man has always worn loafers.
That's exactly. Forever. He doesn't know how to tie his shoes or which applesauce to eat.
Yeah, but he's also not responsible for his...
Because it's all given to him.
It's given to him.
It's all fed to him.
So why would he have to worry about it?
Exactly. That's the point. He's not making the decisions, but he is the face of them.
And not even common ones either. That's the bad part.
And he's not even a good face for it.
No.
He's a doddering old fool.
Like, oh, dear fella.
Literally 5 straws short.
Of a full broom.
5.
Again, the stuff that he does.
He's got one good crayon in the box left.
Yeah.
The rest are just broken pieces.
I don't know how he's not. Let me phrase that. I don't know why they haven't tried pushing for the 25th on him yet.
Because?
Why not?
Camel toe.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I get.
If they have him, they have a reason to hide behind him.
Yeah, but
they have reason to hide behind him.
So what? When everything goes to hell in a handbasket, they literally can just push him out.
Hand him over and then flip over. Then flip to camel toe. They want him there through the worst of it, so that then when they bring in somebody like camel toe, it looks better.
It's just insane. I guess.
It looks better at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about the perception. And right now, their perception is trash. They're literally laughing at us.
Oh, they've always laughed at us, but now they have even more reason to do so.
They are on air laughing at us.
Okay.
They're just sitting there laughing at your face. Joe Biden was asked a question at a presser, and he laughed it off. And didn't say a thing. Then he was asked another one, and he walked away.
Because, stuff and things and things and stuff.
left because he had things to do.
Well, he had no answer to give. Actually, I think is really what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter. The part that pisses me off most about this is there are law firms out there trying to get people to sue chemo companies for making their hair fall out after saving their lives. But no matter what this does to anybody,
Nobody's
they're
gonna sue.
untouchable. That's
Yep.
right. That's right.
Yep.
Just saying. You know what else you don't have to worry about suing is American Pride Roasters Coffee. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to Mojo50.com. Check out the other awesome hosted shows over there. Go to our website,
DOAEshow.com.
Yep. Check out the archives of the shop and all the cool stuff over there. Follow us on all the social medias at DOA Show. Get your tweets and comments in. We'll be back.
Glad I had a shot beforehand.
Yep. I need it. I needs it.
It was good. It was a good shot.
I wish I had saved that picture, man.
I'm telling you, dude.
Well,
When
it's
things
one of those
like that come up, you just gotta pop it in.
I don't like your tone, mister.
Shootout at the OK Corral.
It's irritating.
Oh, goodness gracious. You know, the worst part about this is we're kind of starting to sound a little bit like everybody else now because there's nothing else talking about it. Everybody's talking about the same thing, but we're all just pissed. Yep.
Making weird noises. I've got to get me one of those.
Oh,
The palm shavers.
yeah.
I needs one bad.
You like that, huh?
I do.
It's just the old Gillette put in a
Oh,
smaller
no.
package, you know?
I'm right there with you. I'm just saying.
The Gillette safety electric razor.
I'm just saying I need to get one. Because it's the best a man can get.
It is, ma'am.
It is, man. I've gone way back. There's still no.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, you're not gonna find it. It's gone. Unless you know where it was in the feed, it's gone.
Well, no, but it should be one of those you just scroll. Doesn't matter.
You've been scrolling for 10 minutes.
I know.
You're not gonna find it.
I know, but as soon as I saw there it is. Boom! Tell me I ain't got to find it. See?
Oh, the kid had flippers.
Yeah, that's what I said. Thalidomide.
Thalidomide.
Thalidomide. I like mine better. I had to start.
No. Americans are definitely stranded in Afghanistan. I don't.
Oh, but like we hadn't said anything. Like we don't read their.
I do.
No.
I do too.
Not always.
Not always.
Not as much as here. We need to do.
That's because
We have to be fairs.
Okay. Just tear up my floors, why don't you?
Sorry, I'm fat. Can't help it. Ah, da, 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 da.
Need to get some tennis balls to put on the bottom of these tape chairs and stuff.
I think you might be kind of late.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really bleeding. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
No. Tell me which one I should pick.
No, that one's
This one?
That one there.
You want that one?
That one there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. That one.
You sure?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Live on air tweeting with people. It's fun.
That one there. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, Sweatman's Prime over there. If I'm ever stranded on a desert island with nothing but at DOA show break audio, I'll never feel like life is that bad.
Sorry.
Sorry, what?
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You good?
You know, I'm a smoker and all, so it's very easy for me.
And a joker.
And midnight. No, I don't do
No,
that.
you don't do that. It's not good.
I'm never a fan, and I really don't do it now. Anyway.
Yeah.
So welcome back. Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo, Lord His Majesty Ex-Lord His Majesty
Andrew Cuomo.
He reportedly abandoned his 3-year-old dog, Captain, at the governor's mansion in Albany and has been asking if anyone would like to take the dog to their home as their own.
Yeah, preferably somebody with another dog named Tennille.
See what you did there.
Thank you.
The disgraced governor, according to a Monday report from the Times-Union, recently asked staffers at the executive mansion if they would be interested in adopting his dog. Apparently, when no one said yes, he just left the damn thing there.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay. All right. All right. So here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
The thing is, here's the deal. He bought the dog for optics.
Oh, I know.
Straight political optics.
The dog only pops up whenever he needs it to, and otherwise it stays at the other end of the house and he don't give a damn.
Right. He never liked the dog.
No.
He probably hates dogs. But he got a dog for the past 3 years for optics.
Yeah. A dog, a shepherd, Siberian Husky, Malamute mix.
Which makes for a weird looking dog.
Well, no. That just means it's going to be really tall and really hairy.
No, hold on before you get there.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah. No, he's an adorable looking dog, but I'm just saying, as full grown and all the potential, like I promise you let that dog run, that is going to be a long, hairy dog. I mean, it's 3 years old, so it's probably there now. But.
It looks like a mid hair.
Yeah. No. With Husky and Malamute?
Yeah, I know. You get at least a double coat.
Yeah. I get it that you're up in Albany, New York, and it gets cold up there, but
not that cold.
Shut up.
Not that cold.
But apparently the dog was left at the mansion last week after Cuomo moved out. The outlet reported, citing 2 state police sources that with knowledge to the matter. The dog, described as high-strung, has reportedly nipped at several people since Cuomo adopted him in 2018.
No.
Mansion staffer recently took the dog home for a few days, but decided he was too much.
Okay. Sorry. Shepherd Husky.
Shepherds are kind of, I mean, they're smart dogs. You can train them and they're great.
Yeah,
but they're iffy anyway.
They're iffy anyway, but they also have a lot of energy.
Yeah, you kind of need.
And then you add Husky into it.
Now they're needy.
And they're hyperactive. And then you add the Malamute.
Which I don't know what that necessarily.
No, they are very similar to the Husky. So it's like a double dose of Husky.
Oh, good.
So you get double dose of Husky with a Shepherd. And if you don't know, like the idea of the Shepherd dog is that it's supposed to be an outside dog. Yeah. Its intent is to look after large flocks of things. Okay? Thus the name Shepherd. Like we had one. I had an Australian Shepherd. So short hair, kind of black and white spotted.
Yeah.
But it was blind in one eye and it was deaf.
In the other ear.
Yeah, actually, yes. It's the best part.
Crisscross.
Yeah, it was Crisscross.
Please tell me you named him Crisscross.
No,
Damn
we
it.
didn't.
That would've
I
been
didn't get to
fantastic.
name him.
Oh.
I was a kid at the time,
Oh.
and my dad got him from the pound because he was about to get put down.
Ah, okay.
Okay, that dog literally rounded kids up. I'm not joking.
Because he was scared they were going to get eaten.
If he was in the yard when you were in the yard, he would literally run around you to make sure you didn't leave that area. That's
great.
Bred into the dog. Now, you put him inside of a house, he would run around the entire house banging into all the crap. Because he didn't have a stop.
Bless his heart.
He did not have a stop button. The dog had no stop.
He didn't know when it was beer 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There was no beer o'clock for this dog. It was sleep, eat food.
Yeah.
That was it.
Herd, apparently.
Sleep, food, run. Yeah. Just run. And in circles because he could only see one eye. Anyway, greatest dog. Loved it. We had to give him away because my parents didn't want an inside. They wanted an inside dog, not an outside dog.
Yeah.
And then they gave this dog to another family.
Big Bull Snarky Jackal over on Twitter asks a very important question. How many Australians did you have that needed herding?
Quite a few.
They just kind of migrated into your yard.
Yeah, the moment we got the dog, they just appeared.
Oh.
It was part of that was the other reason why, because we couldn't feed that many.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people to feed. We couldn't feed that many people, so we just had.
And they all grew up on like Vegemite anyway, so when they had real food, they're like, "Oh my god,
this is really good. This is amazing.
Why have I been eating literally this axle grease? This is fantastic.
Wow, I can't believe real food."
Richard Azapadari.
Great.
Azopadari, right? Azo
Party.
That just sounds even weirder. Richard, a spokesman for the governor, quote, lashed out at the allegations that the governor has been looking for someone to care for the canine. The outlet noted and said that, quote, the arrangement was only temporary because the governor is planning to take a vacation.
Whatever, dude.
End quote. A vacation?
From what?
From the mansion? I think that's supposed to be a permanent thing.
It is a permanent thing.
Quote, Captain is part of the governor's family, and for you nameless, ill-informed sources to imply that they've been trying to give him away it's just untrue.
It's simply untrue.
Someone offered to watch him for a few days while the transition was ongoing. But for that to be weaponized and morphed from a game of telephone into the pages of paper is absurd. Now excuse us. We're preparing for a major storm. End quote.
That was around the same time that the Hurricane Henri was now a tropical depression and crashing into New York.
Yeah, so they were just getting a little bit of rain and that was it. Shut up. As a party, in an earlier comment on the report added, quote, Cuomo wants to go on vacation. They love that dog. That's not what he asked. He didn't ask to give away the dog. This nameless source is crazy. I can't believe this is what I'm dealing with right now when I'm dealing with a major storm.
Well, considering the fact that Cuomo's getting kicked out during the time of the major storm, you don't have to deal with anything.
Yeah.
You could just let it happen.
And again, it's only a tropical storm. I get, we can say this because
we've been through a bunch of them.
There's a boatload of them that come through here all of the time.
All day long.
It's a little messy. You got to cut some trees. You got to clear some debris. That's it. It's
Pretty
not
much.
that big a deal. It's
Yeah.
a tropical storm.
If it goes through
Adjust your panties, you'll be fine.
If it goes through the city, it's really not that bad.
It actually dies quicker.
Yeah,
actually.
it dies faster. The faster it goes through large objects. So whatever. Whatever.
It's just so dumb. It's a major storm. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
The New York Post reported that Libby Post, head of the New York State Animal Protection Federation, I didn't realize that Never mind.
Never mind. Never
I
mind.
see him
Go.
in an actual
Keep
blue
going.
uniform. Mm-hmm. I'm part of the Federation. Okay. An animal shelter advocacy group urged Cuomo to adopt the dog out through one of the state's many animal shelters. Quote, I've read with disbelief this morning in the Times Union that Captain, Governor Cuomo's dog, has been left at the executive mansion after Cuomo's belongings have been moved out of the Eagle Street building. The New York State Animal Protection Federation is ready to help place Captain at one of our larger New York State animal shelters, such as the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society in Menendez, just north of Albany. Shelters like Mohawk Hudson, Lollipop Farm in Rochester, and the SPCA serving Erie County have excellent behavioral experts who can help Captain resolve his nipping issues and adopt him into a loving forever home. Forever home. New York State loves companion animals. End quote. Except they love their
yes.
animals.
Yes.
They hate unborn children,
They
but
love
they
their
love
animals.
their animals.
Yeah,
It's
all the
crazy.
animals. All the animals.
Uh-huh. The Post concluded her statement, quote, Captain deserves better. He will be welcomed with open arms.
And pause.
And pause. My own little joke there. Into one of our shelters. And dead within 3 days. No,
It's a kill shelter.
they don't tell you that, but
Takes 4 weeks.
after the third time the dog bites somebody, we just blow his head off.
You know, speaking of kill shelters,
We
I know-
call it going the route of Old Yeller.
Side note, but not really, because it is tied into this. Because the Australian Shepherd thing, and going through kill shelters, Australian Shepherds, blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. So down in the New Zealands, they've decided. That adopting animals is too much of a COVID risk.
Wait, what? Sorry, I was reading tweets. Say that again. I missed that.
Down in the New Zealands,
Uh-huh.
they've decided, the government has decided, that adopting animals and caring for sheltered animals is
Okay.
too much of a COVID risk.
I didn't realize dogs could get COVID.
All animals. But it's not that. It's the fact that the people are going.
Oh, just
to
showing
go-
up?
Showing up to adopt animals. So they've enacted a policy.
Don't tell me. It's literally a dog and cat holocaust. Fluffy goes in one door, comes out in a pan of ash.
Almost.
I had a feeling.
The dogs that are already in the kennel are fine.
Oh, the ones they bring in now.
No
Every
new
single-
no new animals. Every animal you find, you kill it.
Wow.
You find it, you kill it.
You better hope. I feel bad for those people because at this point,
Thinking of like,
you better
just
hope one of
think
your dogs don't escape by accident.
Where's PETA?
They're like
I
screwing.
mean, no. Like, this is the one time.
Yeah.
The one time where I want to know where you are, PETA.
Pet Holocaust is running rampant through New Zealand.
Pet
and no one
Holocaust
gives a
in New
damn.
Zealand because of COVID-related fears. Where are you, PETA?
I don't know. They don't. No, actually, PETA doesn't go down there. Greenpeace does.
Where are you?
Well, because Greenpeace doesn't give a damn about animals like that. It's
But
about
I'm
the
just
whole
saying that-
climate.
But PETA is international.
No, I know. It just New Zealand. Do you know how far New Zealand is? It's way the hell away.
So is Australia, but they got people there.
Yeah, but even from New Zealand, because by the time they get to Australia, they're like, "Wow, I don't feel like traveling anymore." We'll just say we went there. We all say we went there.
Yeah, we all went
we
there.
all agree.
Yeah, we all went there.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll hang out. We'll go to the Opera House.
It'll be fine. Yeah,
We'll
right.
throw some shrimp on the barbie, and then we'll get the hell out of here. It
That's
sounds
the
like,
worst accent.
I know. I did it on purpose, actually.
God, that's so bad.
Because anybody else that goes down there and attempt that, it's funny like that. But
Yeah.
anyway,
And that's not a joke. I'm on it. That is an honest to God story.
yeah.
Like one of the one of the things that they're pushing out as a government is that you cannot take an animal to a shelter. If you find a stray, kill it.
Because, why not?
Just kill it.
Sounds like another Nike slogan. Just kill it. So Miss Prime over on Twitter actually mentions that very same thing about PETA. Where is PETA?
Where is PETA?
Speaking of kill shelters, did someone mention PETA?
Nope.
Adam W. Johnson, the Major Storm. He keeps hearing Major Storm. He was commander of the Lowry Air Force Base weather station. That's true. Oblivion Flickering also on Twitter. Cuomo has left his mother in the governor's mansion also. Quote, her value as a political tool has expired.
Yes.
Said Cuomo. Fortunately, the local dog pound is trying to find a forever home for her. All to no avail.
Yes. Well,
Yeah. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, good for them. Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for the Cuomos leaving the dog there. I mean, why would anybody be surprised? Let's be completely honest. Look what he did to all the nursing homes.
Yeah, killed everybody. Killed everybody.
If he could do that to people, do you really think he gives two flying figs about a dog that he didn't want in the first place, by the way?
Not at all.
It's a wonder he didn't do it himself. Because I could see him like not only killing the dog, but then like mounting, cutting its head off and just mounting his bloody skull. Not even like doing the taxidermy thing.
No,
blood
just
dripping and
blood.
all. Just pound it to the wall as soon as you walk into the governor's mansion.
Got a nice nail. I'll just
40 penny nail drove right through the center of the skull. There you go.
There it is.
That'll hold it in place. Mm-hmm. Enjoy. And as he walks out, you're going to need to clean up a mess in there.
Watch out, guys. It's a bit messy.
Oh, my God. So the U.S. Embassy issued a stern warning to Americans on Saturday not to go to Kabul airport.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Because of security threats outside the gate.
Right. Don't go.
Because ISIS is coming. A day after President Joe Biden vowed to bring citizens and Afghan allies home. U.S. officials said that the most serious threat to the airport is the Afghanistan's branch of the Islamic State, which would hurt Americans in the country and Taliban control, that according to the New York Times and Associated Press.
It would have nothing to do with the fact that there was a live firefight between American soldiers and the Afghan military over the past weekend.
No.
Nothing at all,
Nope.
right?
Not
there?
Nope.
No.
Stop trying to connect dots that aren't there.
That didn't happen.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. You're imagining things.
I didn't see that.
Quote, because of the potential security threats outside the gates of the Kabul airport, we are advising U.S. citizens to avoid traveling to the airport and to avoid airport gates at this time unless you receive individual instructions from a U.S. government representative to do so, end quote. That according to the embassy.
So once again, so it's not, dude, so it has nothing to do with the fact that they have like 7 layers of different gates, and each gate you go through, you have to, 1, prove who you are, and 2, try not to get killed, and also berated and hurt and damaged throughout the entire process, leaving it to the point to where you could get trampled by other people and possibly get your entire family separated from you, at which case your children will probably then be stolen, raped, and murdered.
Yeah. I'm starting to associate the Kabul airport as the basically very similar to Dante's Inferno. The 7 levels of hell and all of that jazz. That's kind of
a different ring of security.
Each one you make past, it just gets more and
worse
more
and worse, and
harder and harder, and less likely you're actually going to get out. It's not,
It's funny. It gets hotter and hotter too.
Weird how that works.
It's crazy how that.
Pentagon spokesperson John Kirby sidestepped multiple questions about the potential ISIS attacks or its involvement multiple times during Saturday afternoon's press briefing.
I hear Kirby's a really good dancer.
Every time I hear Kirby, I keep thinking of that little pink marshmallow thing that on video games. Both Kirby and Major General William Hank Taylor seemed genuinely baffled and unaware of the embassy's warning during Saturday's press press briefing.
Also, the vacuum, Kirby vacuums.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. As the U.S. and other world powers continue to evacuate tens of thousands of people from the Kabul airport, the situation has turned deadly.
Deadly.
Since Sunday, at least 12 people have been killed in and around the single runway airfield, which is the only way out of the country, NATO and Taliban officials have told Reuters.
Wait.
Yeah?
If that's the only way out, the only way out, then why are we sending passenger jets, commercial airliners to other surrounding cities where people could also get out?
I'm going to go on a limb, and I know I'm bringing common sense into a...
That's the only way out, though.
In an
Only way
illogical
out.
situation,
Yeah.
what they're probably doing to eliminate, one, to increase the traffic to get planes in and
Traffic
out.
flow in there, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is they are having them as kind of a cutoff man. Does that make sense?
Staggered point.
Yeah, so they're going to have planes go to the airport, load up, and then fly to the different airports on the edge of the country and then fly back. So they have that small spot bringing tons of people to those different places. And then once they're out of the country, then they can get processed on other planes and sent wherever the hell they need to go. That's, again, applying logic to an illogical situation.
That's not what happens.
It probably isn't, but that's what I would think.
That's what you would hope.
That's what I would hope.
But that's not what's happening here.
Probably
They're
not.
flying only to those areas, and they're not flying into the...
No, I know,
Kabul
but that's what I'm
airport.
saying. And then you have some that are already inside that are going to there and back to
Only
those.
the military ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably flying to each of the airports.
Oh, wow.
Desperation mixed with a 90-degree heat, dust, dehydration, starvation under the last week has made the scene at the gates a perilous situation for families and children who are crammed shoulder to shoulder and pressed against concrete blast balls, and they have pleaded their family members to be allowed to leave. Taliban has urged those who don't have travel documents to go home.
And wait for us to come and
I was gonna
snatch you
say,
up
so
anyway.
they can kill you all at one time, not
It's a lot easier that way. Just stop. Just go home.
Just go home.
You're going to die
We'll
anyway.
be there later.
Wait a month.
We already know where you live. Just
look.
calm down.
Look. Just go home and wait a month. It's okay.
This is Afghanistan. This is not India.
Sorry.
Us.
Close enough.
So bad.
So, whatever.
The U.S. Embassy warns the warning was issued less than 24 hours after Biden said that there was no indication, quote unquote, that the Taliban was stopping Americans and their allies from reaching the airport and promised to get everyone home.
Promises.
Yeah. It was the first time Biden took questions from the White House reporters on a pre-approved list
Say, wait, what?
in 9 days since the chaos started unfolding in Afghanistan.
I didn't know. No.
Yeah. The only
No.
reason he would take questions is because they were pre-approved.
No. Not just that. Before we get to the next statement, okay? Because pre-approved list. I wanna emphasize this.
Sure.
The first portion of the next phrase.
Is something he doesn't know anything about? Oh.
Not just that.
Okay.
Not just that. It means one thing and one thing only.
Okay.
We are in the deepest of shits.
Yes. I hope
We are in the deepest of shits, and it doesn't matter what I say here, because everything behind the phrase that I just said is absolutely useless. Continue on.
Okay. Quote, let me be clear. I know. Just right there at the gate, just kind of goes, oh,
Done.
he's never been clear. He doesn't, and he's a politician for starters. That's his
It's
first
never
mistake.
been clear.
Let me be clear. Any American who wants to come home will get you home.
But you've already told us. You've already said that there's absolutely no way that you can get American support.
I like how he also threw it in there. Anyone who wants to come home. The entire country now is engulfed in turmoil and destruction and fighting and everything else. But no, there's some jackwagon from Cleveland going, no, I'm good, dude. This is fine.
I got this.
I'm good. I don't need to go.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Exactly. Why do I need to leave? I've got everything right here. I've got sand. And there's killing.
Sand.
There's killing over there. And over on that corner, there's some more sand.
And you know what? Over here, I don't have to watch how bad my baseball team is.
No, but I got sand. Oh, that hurt my throat.
I don't know if I should be
Insulted?
insulted or happy about that, Knights Usadini. I don't know. What do we?
Channeling your inner Katniss Everdeen tonight.
In which way? Are you saying that I'm?
He says you're very pretty.
Are you saying that I'm hitting bullseyes or that I'm really pretty? I mean, what are you doing?
You're a mediocre actress? I don't know.
Oh,
The
maybe. I mean,
list
that's
is-
also true. That could
goes
be,
on
yeah.
and on and on.
That
and
could
on.
also be true.
Yeah, I like that. Oblivion flickering. If someone opened an abortion clinic for dogs, say Planned Puppyhood, how much hell would the wokester animal rights people raise
How much would Chuck Chuck?
if it was murdered in utero?
None. Absolutely none.
No, I bet you they would.
Probably. Oh, yeah, they
I
they
bet you
definitely.
they would.
Bet you they would. Yeah.
That's probably what he's saying. He's saying that I'm a mediocre actor.
Yeah,
That has to
I
be
can
it.
go with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I can see that.
that's why I never went to Hollywood.
Yeah, really? That's why you never went to Hollywood?
Yeah. Terrible acting.
I could act.
I can act.
No, I'm
It's just not great.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I am actually. I surprise myself sometimes. I do. It's like, oh, that's how I've been able to stay out of jail for so long.
That's surprising. All right. Wow. Depends on what I'm acting like.
That's true. I'm acting like an ass. I'm good at it.
No, good there.
This is Defenders Live.
Sweatimus Prime over there on the Twitters. At DOA Show. Channeling your inner Katniss Everdeen? No, I've only seen some pictures.
I don't know. Maybe. It
Maybe.
might could work. So, when it comes to his economic agenda,
Yeah.
President Joe Biden
Yeah.
faces a crucial decision on whom he will pick for the Federal Reserve. Instead of just, being smart and shutting it down. Anyway,
I'm
I'm a little bitter about that. Just a tad.
the Fed has a thing that, there's some things with the Fed
Just a few.
I just don't understand. A few things.
One or two, right?
One or two. The Fed is a business.
It is.
It is a corporation.
It is.
It has nothing to do with the federal government.
Oddly enough, it does not.
Nothing at all.
Nope.
And yet, our executive officer
Treats it.
it has been chosen to pick the face of the Fed,
Yeah.
as well as some of the members of the Fed.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
This place has nothing. The only thing that they do is they print money. The Federal Reserve prints money.
And they do it well.
They are a private business. They are not a government entity. But they are. But it is, that this is that whole backwoods central planning. What do you call that? What type of capitalism? Crony capitalism. That's that. This is that to the extreme.
Cronies. Yep.
To the worst degree of crony capitalism that you can find. It is a direct correlation between business and government
And
working
we
together.
just let it go
for-
year
for-
in and year out.
Is it because it's called the Federal Reserve
Yes.
that everybody keeps missing it?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes. That's exactly it.
It's called the Federal Reserve.
'Cause I
and the
remember-
government has interactions with it.
I remember when I found out, I was like, oh, wait, what? Because it's the Federal Reserve.
I mean, yeah. Once I hit adulthood, I was like, wait, the Federal Reserve is what?
Yeah.
It's literally just
That was what I'm
it's a
saying.
printing
Like,
business. That's all they do. They're a printing business. They're a printing company.
They print money as well as Bible tracts. Weird.
Hey,
Okay.
no, that's crazy. So they're a printing company.
They are
All
a
right.
printing company. The ones that rival Simon and Schuster. That's all I'm saying.
One, why does our executive officer, the president, have anything to say about the Federal Reserve? And two, why does the Federal Reserve have any power over the rest of the world or the rest of our government?
Because
Like, why do they have any play over our market system, other than the fact that they print the money?
well, I can tell you. Okay. It's very simple. Because.
That is profound.
Isn't it deep? Like it took me forever to figure that out, but that's it. Because
See, here I am trying to think.
I know, and people call me the dummy. I know.
I
right?
know.
And here I
know.
come out with these nuggets of truth and logic,
Profound.
deep, right?
So deep.
Because that's it. Anyway, the thing is that Biden is another major choice that the Fed's leadership, one that seems to have slipped almost entirely from public discussion. Again, not just the fact that, as Stephen mentioned, that the Fed doesn't actually
Have anything to do
do
with
with
government?
the government.
Yeah.
The position, officially known as the Fed's vice chair of supervision, may sound wonky beyond regulatory circles.
Uh-huh.
It's essentially the Fed's top banking cop and has enormous implications for Wall Street oversight. The post opens mid-October when former President Donald Trump's pick, Randall Quarles, finishes his term. Some economists, I almost said that. Pramalama ding dong. Some economists, along with people close to the Fed and the Hill, worry that Biden and his administration has overlooked the post, undermining the Democrats' pledge to re-strengthen oversight laws for the financial system that were relaxed during the Trump era. Because that's what you do. Yeah.
Okay. What laws were relaxed in the Trump era? What laws? What financial laws were relaxed in the Trump era?
Well, there was that one.
Which one?
That one.
Which one?
That one.
The one.
Yeah. Remember that one that did that thing?
Which one?
That one that did the thing.
I know that there are a bunch of laws
Yes.
that were cut, straight cut.
Yeah.
And I know that the percentages of interest rates and things like that were stabilized. They were forced to stabilize and keep at a certain rate. And I also know that our government still spent gobs more than they ever should.
Yeah.
But
But
please tell me, what laws, financial laws, were laxed during the time?
I told you that one.
The one.
That one that did that thing
The thing and the stuff?
and the stuff. Yeah.
What about the...
That one.
That one. Huh.
Yeah. That was the main one.
Okay. All right.
I'm just batting 1,000 a night. Quote, as 2008 revealed only too vividly, when banks get into trouble, the real economy and ordinary Americans suffer.
That's right. 2008. Talk about 2000 and late. Huh?
Wow. That's so 2009. Anyway,
Oh.
that is according to Catherine Judge, an expert on financial markets regulation at Columbia Law. I just realized I killed yours too. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm an idiot. Anyway, Judge, whose name has come up as a potential candidate, added that nominating someone, quote, who really understands banking and banks and who recognizes how much more could be done to promote the health of the financial system could be critical to the long-term health of the economy.
You know what that could...
End quote.
You know what could help? the financial system.
The stopping of the constant printing of money.
And
with
also
no standard of
cutting the federal budget, stopping of the money printing, also
abolishing of the unions.
And the Fed, getting rid of the Fed. Get rid of the Fed.
Feds and unions. Knock
Oh,
those
and
two out.
get rid of the IRS and create a stable, stable tax system that isn't progressive and random out the ass.
Let's see. Sweatnose Prime over Twitter at DOA Show. If we're picking a face for the Federal Reserve, I nominate Bernie Madoff. If you know, you know.
If you know.
Adam W. Johnson also on Twitter. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, so I'm just going to say this without context. Hearst, Rockefeller, Bush, Kennedy. Yep. And
that's all you got to say.
Ta-da! Point taken, sir.
We know.
At the same time, there's no clear consensus about who would be right for the job. The role requires extensive knowledge of the banking system,
which most people don't have.
Nope. Some on the left would prefer a candidate who already has government or regulatory experience,
which limits it down even more because none of them know how to do anything in the banking world.
Translation bought and paid for.
Right. Translation, a political plant.
There's a strong desire among Democrats for a nominee who would focus on how climate change affects financial stability. Here's the thing.
A political plant.
Yes. The only thing that climate change does in affecting financial stability is if you have a boatload of money and your standard of money and your dollar and everything value is set to crops.
That will affect it.
That's pretty much about it. Or if, God forbid, you have everyone move from the inner parts of the country, all of them moving to the coastal line.
Yep.
And then you wait for hurricanes or tsunamis or earthquakes. Not the East Coast doesn't have earthquakes so much, but you have something like that rock through there, and that might cause a bit of a dampering on
the
financial stability. But that's kind of about it.
You know what we should do? We should back our money with oil.
Okay. Why?
Produced oil. American produced oil.
Oh, yeah, that would be fantastic.
Because
we have all of it.
We have all of it, and we wouldn't have to worry about the price of oil because we'd be able to do what OPEC does, which is, say what the price is and screw you all.
The downside to that, though, is you realize how bad gas prices are already insane right now anyway.
Yeah, but we'd be able to control that.
But again, what I'm trying to imply, though, is I get that part, but you're also assuming that the person who dictates that is benevolent or benevolent. Thank you. The word I don't know. Yeah, a kind and just and moral human being, and not some sleazy dirt bag like Bernie Madoff.
Well, OPEC are sleazy dirt bags like Bernie.
I know that,
and yet they still do pretty good for the people that live in their country.
They do good for themselves for sure, and then everybody else kind of gets the extras.
Well, they get the bonus of having really cheap oil.
Yeah, but their gas prices are still insane.
Not as ours.
Yes, it is. No, I bet you it is. The owners why it doesn't seem like that is because they go by the liter. We're the only one that does a gallon.
No, that's the funny thing. Like even so, when I went to the UK back in 2005.
Okay.
Their price per liter was the same as our price per gallon.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot of a difference. Their price per liter was the same as our price. That's a lot. What is that like?
Isn't that 4 times?
Yeah. It's either 2 or 4.
No, I know 4 quarts to a gallon. How many liters?
How many liters to a gallon?
I don't remember. Is
either.
it 2?
Liter to gallon, because I can't do conversion.
I can't either.
1 liter to 0.26. So it's a 4. Yeah, it's 4. Basically, it's 4.
Okay. So I was okay.
So
thank God.
Right. You were close. So it's not quite 4, but it's basically 4. So it's 4 times the price.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's what I'm saying. So you're looking at it's $1.50 in America, and it's $1.50 over in England, but theirs is not really $1.50. It's more like $6.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by it's not the same, because theirs is done by liter. And so it doesn't translate the right way. Yeah. It doesn't.
It looks a lot less, but it's really really not.
Yeah, it's actually people look at it as, oh, look, the price is less. No, it's actually the amount you're getting is less.
You're getting a lot less for the same price.
The White House did not respond to specific questions about the vice chair of the supervision role or possible nominees or the selection process.
Because they don't know.
Well, because they don't care and they don't want you to know.
Right.
Referring to a range of Fed positions, the White House spokesman Emily. That was my. I'm channeling my Bob Dylan. Emily Simmons said that Biden, quote, will appoint the candidates who he thinks will be the most effective in implementing monetary policy, end quote. I want to pause right there on that little statement.
In other words, more people like Joe Biden.
Okay, that's fine. Here's my thing, though. That statement is not exactly
true.
Well, no. I mean, it's not true. It's definitely not true. I was going to say, how do I want to word this? It's not exactly inclusive. Because shouldn't he be being diverse?
He should be being diverse.
You know, shouldn't diversity be like wasn't that their top thing is diversity?
Diversity
has nothing to do with your skills and ability. It's about diversity. So I want to know why their diversity is not set up properly in this.
Because they need somebody with skills and abilities.
Because even their skills and abilities is kind of mediocre when what they mean is they need a yes man or somebody who's bought and paid for or something like that.
Yeah, but they have to look like they know what to do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's a voyeur line to walk. And
it has to be really good at talking about it.
Yeah. Many Democrats are focusing on the focusing on the vice chair for supervision role because they hope to undo many of the policies Quarles has put into place. Based on how long it took or it can take for the Senate to confirm nominees, it's unclear whether Quarles' replacement would be in line before his term expires in October. Former bank lawyer Quarles has led the charge on easing restrictions in the banking system put in place after the Great Recession.
Mm-hmm.
His view, in part, is that banking regulations ushered in after the Great Recession could benefit from gradual refining and fine-tuning. Big banks have embraced these moves. But his critics say that, put together with the culmination of his policies, cozied up to the big, large firms and have made the financial system more vulnerable. During a Senate hearing in May, Senator Elizabeth Warren told Quarles that, quote, our financial system will be safer when you're gone.
You know the funny thing, Miss 1 in 1024 or whatever.
Yep.
Miss 1 in 1024 has cozied up with the big banks.
No.
Yeah.
She would never do that.
She has.
No, she would never do that.
She's cozied up with the big banks.
Okay, what makes you think so?
The fact that she makes millions of dollars a year and she's only a senator?
Oh, that's nothing. She's just very frugal and good with her money.
No, she's not.
Yeah, did you see the beer she was trying to drink to be with the everyman thing?
First of all, it was trash beer, and secondly, it was expensive trash beer.
I was told by the guy at the store that this is popular.
Yeah, you were told wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Miss Whitey McWhiterface. Warren
Warren
is one of the whitest big bank supported people in the Senate.
Next to Bernie Sanders.
Next to every other big bank
every other
person in the Senate.
Left-leaning politician, or right-leaning for that matter. There's a lot of right ones on there too.
So it's not necessarily the fact that he's doing anything bad. It's just the fact that he was politically on the other side. It's once again the WCW. It's wrestling.
Yep.
There's nothing to do with the fact that
it's a fake soap opera.
Yeah, he's not good or bad at his job. In fact, he probably did okay. But it doesn't matter because his position is just a filler.
Stand here and be quiet, sir. Shut up and don't cause any issues.
Right. Stand there, be quiet, shut up.
And I say Neil on Twitter, how many liters in a gallon? It could be 2. It could be a million. There's no way to know.
That's very true. There are conversion rates, but
he also said, Michael Scott once said that he was a bank teller. Mm-hmm. Let's hire him to run the Fed. TechRoo 2024 also on Twitter. When I lived in the UK for several years, I just bought my fuel duty free on base. It's cheaper than anywhere else. Of course, because we were paying
duty free.
There's no taxes or anything on there. Yeah. Adam W. Johnson, to quote Gallagher, this is the fault of those damned OPECers.
Darn right.
And now for something completely different.
Is it though? Is it though?
No, not really. CNN. Straight from their mouths.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
CNN.
Okay.
COVID-19 vaccines are very effective against preventing infections, but no vaccine is 100% effective. Fully vaccinated people can and do become infected. It's not known exactly how many of these breakthrough infections are occurring. As the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention is not collecting national data this comprehensive, but based on the reports from 25 states that do keep track of these data, okay, the Kaiser Family Foundation estimates that the rate of breakthrough infections is well below 1%.
That is astronomical. That is insane. That is utter chaos. Cats and dogs sleeping together.
Black is white,
Up is down.
dry is wet.
Mass hysteria. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, right?
Apocalyptic. End of the world. We're just... You know what this is? If you really look at it, this whole thing.
Yeah.
This is the Four Horsemen.
Right. So when
COVID is the pestilence.
When they say 1% is breakout, they really mean 95, right?
Sure.
They mean 95% of the new infections are breakthrough infections. Like when they say breakthrough infections, they mean people that are getting sick after having the vaccine.
See, this is here's the
look.
This is what's fascinating to me. So this term has been thrown around quite a lot lately.
Yeah.
The breakthrough infection.
Breakthrough
infection.
Breakthrough.
And that's their way to call it and kind of explain away. Well, I got this, like you told me. It's their way ultimately to spin a justification for people who have bought into their full-blown lie
about the vaccine,
about vaccines and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay?
You gotta know it.
People today are in this level of instant gratification. If you tell me I'm doing this is going to make this not happen. Well, we were told. We've been told for all last year and up through part of this year. Hey, if the vaccine comes out, once it comes out and once you get this thing, life goes back to normal. Okay? Everything is fine. Sunny days are in front of us again.
Right.
You know, free at last, free at last. Praise God, hallelujah, we're free at last.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And now that people are doing what they're told, what they were told, being good little sheep and good little lemmings and doing whatever. And I mean, again, I don't mean to disparage it like that to a point, but a lot of people just ran to it because, we're being told to do it, we need to do it, without actually doing any homework, without paying attention to anything. What news they did hear, they got from the cycles, the 24 hours,
the MSNs.
Everything. They just ran on and on and on, regurgitated the same stuff without, because they know nobody's going to go fact check it.
Right.
And now that people are getting sick, even though they've gotten it, now they have to justify this stuff.
It's only 1%.
Well, but it's not even that. They're calling it a breakthrough infection.
It's not.
Again,
it's not
simple.
They've already
a little bit of effort, a little bit of homework. You learn quickly. There is no vaccine for any virus. Period.
Little less conversation,
right?
More action.
Thank you, Elvis. They have and then what I mean by that is there's nothing that they can give you. There's nothing synthetically, chemically, anything that they can come up with that will prevent you from getting a virus.
It'll slow it down. It'll make it less damaging, any of those things, but it will not stop it.
It won't stop it, even to the point, in some cases, I know people are like, well, what about the chicken pox? Or what about the measles? Or what about what? There's still a potential chance for you to get it.
Yeah, and if you don't get it as a kid, there's a higher chance of you getting it as an adult, and that hurts.
It can be deadly, and not even just that too. There's also that point where, if you get these shots, And a lot of these things have a dead version of that virus in it. So you're still technically getting the virus.
Yeah, you're still getting a virus.
Okay. We've gotten to this point where people have become so ignorant and so dependent on the news media, on other people, on Facebook, and all of these other things to get their information from, instead of actually paying attention, instead of actually doing homework, instead of actually looking and remembering the stuff that they learned. You know what I mean? You're going to get a vaccine. The flu for years has been a walking proof of that.
Yep.
You could get the flu. You could get the flu shot. You might get sick. You might not. It might be worse. It might be less. No, we don't know. This, that, and the third. But if you feel comfortable about it, if it helps you, whatever, then cool, you knock yourself out and you go about your day.
Right.
Nobody ever talks about a breakthrough infection. How many people have gotten the flu shot, to turn around and got the flu and then raised every holy hell going, it doesn't make sense, I need an understanding of that. And then people come back and go, well, it was a breakthrough infection of that influenza.
No,
whatever.
What they normally say is, oh, that was a different strain.
I get it. And that's fine. But my point still stands is people have been convinced for the longest time that they get it, they're fine, it's over with. You don't have to worry about anything anymore, especially now.
Yeah.
Nobody does their own homework. Nobody pays attention to anything. They go to work, they come home, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They get on the TikToks or do whatever, and they live their life, and they don't pay attention to anything.
Because TikToks.
And yeah, social media has got them controlled. That's where they get all of their news from, and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Continuing on, many people have questions about what to do if they are vaccinated but test positive. Should they isolate? For how long? And what about family members? Should they all get tested? What kind of symptoms should make someone concerned that they might have a breakthrough infection? And how to address skeptics who question getting the vaccine if you can still get the coronavirus? Well, to glean answers to these questions, we turn to CNN's medical analyst, Dr. Leanna Wen.
I don't know when.
Now,
Okay,
Wen is an emergency physician and a visiting professor of the health policies and management at George Washington University, Milken Institute, School of Public Health.
Wow.
Mouthful.
That's oh God, so many words.
She's also the author of the new book, Lifelines, A Doctor's Journey in the Fight for Public Health.
I didn't realize it was your job to handle public health. Some of these questions are fascinating. I love.
Wait.
What should people do if they get a breakthrough infection? Should they isolate from their household members? Does it matter if they have symptoms?
Well, someone who's vaccinated and tests positive for COVID-19 should definitely follow strict isolation protocols because we have to assume that that person is contagious and able to infect others.
Again, remember, we're not talking about death rate anymore now. It's just infection rate.
Just infections.
Go.
What?
Read just a tad more.
Okay.
Starting next.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
If that person is symptomatic, they should isolate for at least 10 days, counting from the first day that they started having symptoms, according to the CDC.
Okay, pause right there for a moment. Wasn't the last one only 14 days? 14 days.
14 days.
So you mean to tell me this new deadly variant, this dangerous, contagious variant that's supposed to be worse?
It finishes faster.
Apparently, you can finish faster. Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's a minute, man. Gotcha. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
They can end the isolation as long as they haven't had a fever for more than 24 hours and other symptoms are improving.
Okay.
So if you don't have a fever at all,
yeah.
If the person is not symptomatic but still has a positive test, they should stay isolated for 10 days following their positive test.
Stop. Don't move. This is the part that blew my mind.
Yeah.
Go back up a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you have gotten the vaccine,
yeah,
and you start having symptoms, you positive test, you have a fever, you have some other symptoms, regardless of the status of it, okay?
Yeah.
You're to quarantine yourself for 10 days, but you can end your quarantine as long as you haven't had a fever for more than 24 hours and the other symptoms are
like a regular virus. Yeah, like
yes.
a regular virus. Yeah.
However, you're not symptomatic. You have no problems whatsoever, and for some reason you have a positive test, you don't get to end it. You're stuck for all 10 days.
Yeah.
How much sense does that make?
0.
Oh my God.
There are a ton of different questions and answers on this one. So, yeah.
I almost threw my computer across the yard. I'm not kidding. I was screaming at it. Like, this is insane.
Well,
we might have to save it because there's some good ones in there that just
we can do that.
Mind-blowing.
We can hold on to it.
In the meantime, go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Ooh, AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Yes, historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth. The world is falling apart and going to hell. The least you can do is have something to look forward to in your cup. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
You can also look forward to hearing things in your ear holes if you go to the Mojo 50 website over at mojo50.com, or you go to iHeartRadio, hit that Mojo 50 radio button. You can get 24/7 free speech radio.
Yes, you can go to our website, doaeshow.com. Archives, the shop, all that other cool jazz. Follow us over there. Become a Defender with us. Follow us on all the social medias at DOA Show. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. We'll see y'all tomorrow.